Hey guys, Adam here, and in this video, I'm gonna cut through the noise and give you some practical, actionable, and tangible marketing strategies that you can implement as early as today and start getting immediately better results from all of your marketing. If you have a business, or work for a business, or are even studying business, then you know how overwhelming marketing can feel sometimes. So let's break things down, simplify them, and focus only on what's most important. You know, the things that'll actually grow your business rather than just leave you spinning in circles with a million different things to do. All right, let's get to it. Hey there, my name is Adam Erhart, marketing strategist, and welcome to the channel, the #1 place to learn proven marketing strategies. So if that's something you're into, you may want to consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you never miss a future episode. So to kick things off here, it's important that we talk about probably one of the single most important elements to your marketing success, which is none other than customer clarity. Specifically, clearly identifying exactly who it is that you serve and how you serve them. It sounds obvious, and yet you'd be amazed at how many business owners and entrepreneurs and even marketers completely miss the mark here and fail to clearly identify and then really articulate the person that they're trying to solve, the problems that that person has, and how their business is best positioned to solve it for them. Let me say that again, because it's really important. The best marketing is the marketing that enables you to identify and then clearly communicate that you're able to solve your customers' biggest problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you'll make. The harder it is for your customer to go solve it themselves, the more money you'll make as well. And the harder it is for a competitor or somebody else to do what you do and to solve the problem that you solve, well, again, the more money you'll make. So your goal as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as a marketer is essentially to try to become irreplaceable. And the only way to do that is to first identify who you're trying to become irreplaceable to, and then what you're trying to become irreplaceable for. For example, when I first got started in marketing, I realized that most of my clients, business owners and entrepreneurs, were struggling and a little bit overwhelmed and confused with which marketing strategies were important and effective and which ones they could safely ignore. After all, if you've been in business for any length of time, or hey, even if you're just getting started, you've probably heard a million different pieces of advice from a million different people, and that's often confusing and contradictory. Kind of messy. My clients would hear things like Instagram is the best social media network ever. You need an Instagram strategy. But then they'd hear, no, actually, you really want to run Facebook ads because organic reach is dead and paid online advertising, that's the future. And then somebody would chime in from over here yelling about how YouTube was actually the best channel ever if you wanted to market your business, especially if you wanted to use video. And then to add all of that, they would hear someone say email marketing is the best. And then someone over here would say, no, email marketing is dead. And then someone over here would be like, actually, email still kind of works, just not as well. And then someone over here would say, actually, it works even better. And then someone over here would say, no, that's not actually true. And then someone over here would be like, well, actually, it is true. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it totally is. You have no idea what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And things like that. Needless to say, before we started working together, my clients were kind of confused and kind of overwhelmed when it came to this whole marketing thing. So it was at this point that I started to transition my offer and my agency and the services that I was offering away from a done-for-you digital marketing agency and more towards that of a marketing consultant and a marketing strategist to help them navigate the marketing minefield and really choose the most effective and the best strategies for them that's unique to their market, their business, and their industry. In essence, I wanted to become irreplaceable to my ideal clients, business owners and entrepreneurs, and I wanted to become irreplaceable for their marketing strategy. Not their accounting, not their taxes, not their hiring or recruiting process, just their marketing. Because that's where I was able to offer the most value. That's where my expertise was. Which leads me to my next point, customer confidence. One of the most valuable things that you can do and really make a priority in your marketing is to try to increase customer satisfaction. Essentially increase the confidence that your customers have in you and in your business. This is because a business without customers isn't really a business. It's just, I don't know, maybe a really expensive hobby. And this is the reason that you really want to prioritize your customers and essentially listening and learning and adapting and evolving to their needs and their wants and their desires, and ultimately their demands, because customers are the lifeblood of your business. And the better that you understand them and essentially what are their pains and their problems and their frustrations, well, the better you're going to be able to make them feel understood. And customers don't buy when they understand, they buy when they feel understood. See, the reality is that marketing and purchasing and consumer behavior and buyer psychology, whatever you want to call it, it's a really emotional thing. We'd like to think that us as humans operate logically and rationally and really make decisions based on facts and statistics and numbers. But this isn't the case. Your customers, just like me, probably just like you, make emotional purchase decisions first, and then we justify and back those up logically and rationally later. And this is why it's incredibly important to understand those intrinsic motivating drives and desires behind what gets people to buy. All right, let's move on to the next point, which is a bit of a reframe, or a recharacterization, or a redefinition? A synonym? Redefining. That's the word I'm looking for. This next point is essentially redefining marketing, and essentially calling marketing what it truly is, which is communication, or more accurately, communicating value to your customers. So to do this, you need two things. First, you actually need something of value to offer your customers. This means that you need to have something that people actually want, and it's actually a good product or service. This should go without saying, but you'd be surprised at some of the stuff I've seen. And second, and it's kind of contingent on the first, is that you need to actually, truly, deep down care about what it is that you do and what it is that you offer. Because if you come across lukewarm in your marketing or kind of wishy-washy, your customers will tell, and your marketing will suffer. Now, bear with me, because this next part's going to sound a little woo-woo, but the reality is that marketing being communication and communication kind of being a transfer of energy means that your customers are going to be able to tell if your energy's a bit off, meaning if you're a bit kind of, again, lukewarm or wishy-washy about what it is that you're trying to sell. If you don't truly believe in the life-changing or business-boosting or health-providing or relationship-saving or whatever aspects of your product or service that you're trying to sell, if you don't truly believe that deep down into your core, well, it's going to come across in your marketing, and it's going to be really hard for your customers or your audience or your viewers to believe that anyway. People can tell when a business's marketing feels forced or fake or a little bit awkward, and that's pretty much it. It's a bit awkward. So here's the very simple secret to making this all work. First, you need to actually care about what you do and the benefits you provide, and second, you need to talk about it a lot. Now, the caring part is obvious and kind of already covered that, but the talking about it a lot, well, this is where a lot of people get lost. But here's the deal. If you have something that's truly of value and you really do care about it, well then you're doing people a disservice by not talking about it a lot, because they can't buy from you if they don't know you exist. And this is why fair or unfair, or however you want to look at it, it's not the business with the best product or the best services that win, but rather the business with the best marketing. And this is why probably the single most important or valuable piece of advice I could ever hope to offer you is to really prioritize marketing. Now, I appreciate, as a marketer, I'm pretty biased, but I've also got a decade of experience doing marketing to really understand just how incredibly valuable this business function is. In fact, marketing is the single most important element to your business's success, because it's marketing's job to communicate your value to customers and to help your business bring in new leads and new customers and new clients and new sales and new revenue and increased profit and all of the wonderful things that makes your business a business. But here's the thing. If you're a small business owner or an entrepreneur, then you are the marketing department. This is true even if you have a social media team, even if you've outsourced to an agency, even if you have a full-time chief marketing officer or CMO or whatever the case. The onus of marketing, the sort of overarching strategy, the understanding of your business and its value and how to best communicate that to the customers, that's ultimately going to fall on your shoulders. This is not something that you want to just delegate, get off your plate, and then never look at again, because it's just too important. And this is why learning it and studying it and really trying to master and apply it in your business is one of the best things you can do. And it's a skill that if you learn now, well, it'll pay off for weeks and months and years to come. This is why the next thing you're going to want to do is check out the video I have linked up right here on Introduction to Marketing. So make sure to check that out now, and I'll see you in the next episode. Explain. Basically, marketing is a major business function that's made up of a bunch of other parts, one of which, of course, is advertising. But there's also a ton others like PR.